Thank you very much for welcoming me on this platform. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm here to speak and introduce some specifics of the Czech labor market when in terms of newcomers, and also the specifics you might not find on any website. So just to tell you some brief numbers and information, currently I searched those numbers regarding unemployment rate, and currently the last numbers are approximately 4.3% of unemployment rate in the Czech Republic, which is one of the lowest numbers in the European Union. It means that right now there are plenty of jobs that you can apply for when in terms of let's say in-demand industries, when we would be talking about English speakers coming to Czech market. I would like to highlight IT industry, definitely, finance, and we are talking about, let's say, specialized finance positions, for example, in shared services centers, and also international companies in general. Marketing positions, customer support as well, because from Prague, Brno or Ostrava, there are companies who are covering different markets, not only European markets, but also different markets across the world. And definitely administration and healthcare, as Libby was presenting here. Usually we have like full-time opportunities as employment contract, which is the typical contract when we have the employer and employee. But also we are trying to open our Czech market for part-timers. Part-timers we usually have when it comes to students who want to gain some nice money to have during their studies at university or high school. Also, mothers or fathers who are staying on maternity or paternal leave and they want to get back to, let's say, work and try to get back into the process. And also, we have an opportunity for freelancers, and it can be in different corporations with the company or providing some kind of service, let's say in language schools, or it can be some kind of community work or anything else, maybe in marketing or social media or anything. Currently, after COVID times, we are quite open for remote work in Czech Republic, and I'm speaking on behalf of employers in the Czech Republic. And sometimes you can see that during COVID times, companies were more open for remote work, and currently they are trying to get people back to the offices. But somehow we are staying, let's say, on the hybrid model, because that's the absolute best, because you can stay at home when you need, but you can come to the office to socialize. But this is something what we are trying to reach. I want to mention that part-time is still something rather rare in our Czech market. We are trying to, let's say, speak about it on different platforms. There is also Mamdu platform, and they are trying to really educate people, employers, companies, that mothers on maternity leave or parents in general, they are trying to, let's say, give something back to their employers and to those companies, and they really have something to give back and to provide some kind of service, expertise, anything. So really, I would say that if you need part-time for any different reasons, just tell it to the company you are applying for, and I really hope that in the future we will have a situation when part-times will be more frequent, I would say. Can we go to the next slide, please? Some words about workplace, let's say, culture and differences, because I understand when it comes to workplace in general, it will be completely different than what you know from India or any other place in the world. I would say that Czechs are more direct in communication, and sometimes it may come out as rude, maybe, I would say it like that, but we are not rude, and I'm speaking in general, but you know, when you are crossing the street with somebody, they are not smiling, they are not looking at you, and yeah, those are Czechs. But at workplace, I think that everybody is trying to be nice, but they can, let's say, show it on the first sight. But this is something what we need to overcome, let's say, when we are meeting in the office for the first time. And I think that Czech companies, mostly in big cities such as Prague, Brno, Ostrava, Olomouc maybe as well, or Pilsen, those companies are used to work with expats, meeting with expats, working in those companies, and those people are open-minded about working with different cultures and different nationalities. Czech companies or Czech people here, they have a high expectance of independence when it comes to job. So the onboarding with buddy system or different kind of system when it comes to onboarding, it's becoming more often, but still after some weeks or months, they are trying to, let's say, put you in the water to swim, and they are expecting that you will be working 100%, let's say, from the second month or third month. I think that that's the issue on all the markets, but in Czech, the expectation is really high, and we need to work on that together. So if you come to the job or come to the employer, don't be afraid to say that you don't know what to do. Ask the questions, ask for help maybe, ask for somebody who can help you. You can ask some colleague that you are becoming friends with. It will really help, and I think that it will, let's say, cross the barrier, and you will be able to make from colleague to friend maybe. The work culture. I think that it's changing during the last 5 years, but still we don't have much flexibility when it comes to working hours. Most employers and companies are still expecting to be working, let's say, in business hours, which in Czech Republic sometimes it starts at 8 already, sometimes at 9. In Prague, I would say that it's usually 9 because everybody is coming to the office around 9 o'clock in the morning, and it ends at 5, sometimes 6. On Friday, usually people are trying to end as soon as possible, so let's say that it can start from at 4. But you see only rarely that people working on full-time have complete flexibility in their job. Sometimes it's manageable when you are on a managerial position or really like a high senior position in a company, so you can manage your time more freely. But on the other hand, when you are working, for example, on customer service or HR administration position, you have to be there from 9 to 5. You can go. And here are some information regarding, let's say, salaries and benefits, just in general. I posted the link for, let's say, the salary survey. It's from Hayes, which is international recruitment agency. I would say that their survey is one of those that you can find really like general numbers just to see the benchmark on the market, and definitely you can also see in some of the job advertisement what is the provided salary, but that sometimes companies are not putting the salaries directly in the job advertisements, but when you are searching for a job and you are putting that you want to get at least, I don't know, 50,000 per month, you can see which job ads are qualifying for that. Regarding benefits, and benefits are provided mostly for full-time employees, sometimes part-time employees as well, or at least some of them. Definitely meal vouchers or some amount of money that you would be receiving for, let's say, refreshments or food. This is definitely something what Czech market is currently used to after all those years and decades of this benefit. So this is something what you will definitely see in your offers. Multi-sport card is something that you can use when you need to attend any sport facility, gym, some swimming pool, anything basically. It can be sauna as well. You can use it for one attendance per day, and it can cost only a few, let's say, hundreds of Czech crowns, or you can have some financial compensation for some sport activities, because sport activity benefits this is definitely something what's trending right now. Also, public transportation compensation. This is definitely what is provided from most of the international companies. Public transportation in Prague, just to mention, is really good. I have to say that it's one of the best. So you can definitely travel with public transportation from one part of the city to another in 40 minutes, for example. Home office or possibility of working from home is definitely something what is still being mentioned in benefits part. It's not something what's part of the job or of the offer, it will be still benefit. And I think that's something what will not be changed approximately in 5 years. They will see, like, employers will still be offering something like that as benefit, and also sick days. When you are a full-time employee, you have like this long-term paid leave for those kinds when you go to the GP and he will say that you are sick and you can't attend a job for 1 week or 2 weeks, so you are covered from your health insurance. But still, companies are offering, for example, 5 sick days per year or per quarter. It doesn't really matter, and you can use it for the day when you are having a migraine or something like that. Also, you can use it when your kid is sick and you want to use only 1 sick day in a week or in a month. Yeah, and team building and company activities, I think that it's pretty common because every employer, every company has some kind of event, but you will definitely see it in the job ad, and I think that those events can really differ. It can be small pub quizzes, for example. It can be really huge events when you are going to see the sea in Greece, for example. It really it differs from the size of company, from the business the company is in, but you will definitely see it. And I think that's also a nice part of the job because you will meet the people that you are not working on a frequent basis, and you can make some friends as well. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Michaela, for starting the topic on a very good note. My presentation is, I'll try to be more relatable in the context of people who are there in the room right now and on the live event as well. Would like to talk about my journey firstly, and then of course we'll talk more about the top skills in demand in the Czech Republic, and of course some tips and advice from my personal experience. Quickly talking about my journey, so I completed my MBA in the year 2018, started my career into sales and then moved into HR. Then quickly I transitioned into the entire recruitment profession, moved from India to Prague after getting married, and currently for the last 2 years I've been working into recruitment, and that has been my journey. Why I'm talking about my journey? Because I believe that most of the people here will be able to relate to this, and that's how, you know, I would be able to help or advise in the best manner possible. Okay, so 2 most important things that I'll be covering over here is the popular skills in demand and about the different tips and general advice from my personal experience. The first one is IT and customer support. So I think Michaela already mentioned in the beginning that the customer support skill currently in Czech Republic is quite in demand. Talking about companies like AT&T in Brno or Blue Link International or even Amazon, Novartis, MSD, AB InBev. All these international companies are looking for people on entry level for pertaining to different languages. And over here, I think English will come very handy to our people over here who can actually apply to these entry level roles. Next please. This is something I wanted to cover because we come from a country where English is almost close to a native language, and currently schools in Czech Republic are actually looking for teachers who can speak in English. They can actually work as a teacher taking care of the kindergarten kids, or actually work using English as a language, becoming an English teacher. Next please. HR and recruitment, the most sought after skill, the skill that you can develop over the years. if anyone is looking for anything into entry level, be it HR coordinator, talent coordinator, HR generalist, recruitment professional, very, very important skill that you can actually start a career with. And over here, I think even in Czech Republic, we have a lot of jobs into these companies. Next, please. Again, logistics, supply chain, procurement. Most of the countries surrounding Czech Republic and even in Czechia right now, we have a large manufacturing industry right now, be it FMCG, be it automotive. And all these companies are looking for supply chain generalists, people coming from expert skills of procurement and logistics as well. So this also becomes a very important skill over here. SAP, I believe most of the IT people or SAP experts know how important this tool is. I am not talking about people only coming from the expertise of SAP, but even if you know the SAP tool as an end user, that itself will become a very important factor on your CV to get shortlisted. So even if you have a basic idea of how SAP works as a tool, as a user, that it itself will differentiate you from the number of applicants elsewhere. Next, please. And of course, software solutions in cybersecurity. The most important right now, of course, you cannot start these jobs at an entry level. However, all the technologies like Java, Python, coming from any IT security. And the interesting part about cybersecurity is that right now it is valid in each and every company at the moment, be it any sector, be it any function. So even if you take up a foundational course in cybersecurity, I am sure you will be able to secure some job over there. Next, please. Starting with tips and advice, this is based first definitely on my personal experiences. I think the first thing I want to mention, which is very key, is updating your LinkedIn profile. Personally, as a recruiter myself, if I look at your CV, and then the next step would be I will definitely go to your LinkedIn profile. If it is not updated and if it does not align with your CV, then that becomes not a brownie point from my side. So updating your LinkedIn profile is very important. That is a personal brand for you. Next, please. LinkedIn connects. Now, you need to be very wary of the people you're connecting with on LinkedIn. You have to be connected with people from your sector, from your professional skills. Start connecting with people from the HR and recruitment side of the companies that you're targeting to get hired in, and also to the senior leadership. Do not hesitate to connect with them. Dropping a small message to them itself will give you visibility to them. Next, please. Job portals. So I will talk about two most important job portals in Czechia. One is jobs.cz. It is to a surprise that even there are a lot of companies who are not posting on LinkedIn, but they're actually posting each of their openings on jobs.cz. That itself becomes the very important job portal here. And of course, expats.cz, because it pertains to people who are not from Czech Republic, and it will also give you access to language dependent roles, which we actually need to work on. Next, please. The beauty of trade license and freelancing, I think it was mentioned by Michaela as well, briefly. However, just wanted to talk about that if you can, of course, securing a trade license is a separate topic altogether. But once you have a trade license, you would be surprised to know there are almost 65 different skills that you can actually work alongside having a trade license. You want to conduct music classes, drawing classes, anything related to doing cooking at home, tiffin services, any food business. If you have a trade license in hand, you will be able to do any kind of freelancing from your side if you don't want to get into a full-time employment. Next, please. Networking within community is absolutely very, very important. For example, today you are part of this particular event. In the same way, there are different events happening on quarterly basis or monthly basis. It is very important to step up, step out of your house, connect with the people within the community. You will get to know so much of information that itself will give you few steps ahead on how to actually look or search and secure a job in Czechia. Okay, interesting part. I know this is a very tricky thing that I have mentioned it here. Learning Czech language is very complicated. Michaela is here to advocate that fact. She was already telling me about it. However, why I am mentioning this and emphasizing this fact, even if you start learning at an A1.1 level, And if it is mentioned on your CV that you're actually learning Czech language, that will give you an edge over other applicants. Why? It will tell you that you have a soft skill of getting to know a language. You are able to stimulate your brain in learning a new language, and the company knows that the person can grow and understand some basics of Czech. So that will definitely differentiate your profile from other applicants, and that's the importance of actually starting to learn the language from today. HR local events. I don't know how aware every one of you are. However, if you are very much aware on expats.cz or even organizations like Integrační Centrum Praha, you would see that they keep posting a lot of HR local events where almost all multinational companies are coming up, setting up their stalls to meet people, understand their profiles, and actually you would get access to a lot of entry-level roles. So I would urge you to keep yourself updated and aware of all the local events that are happening in Czech. The next one. Prepare your CV. So I am not going to coach you how to prepare your CV. However, just one most important bullet point. As a recruiter myself, please mention in bold letters that you have access to the Czech labor market. If you are missing that out on your CV, your profile will get rejected immediately. As a recruiter, I know this because, coming from India, if I see your profile, you have been only working in India, every experience is from India, but you're not mentioning that you have access to Czech labor market, I will automatically feel that are not eligible to work here. So please mention that in bullet points on the top of your CV. Very, very important for yourself to get shortlisted. And the last part from my side, I think these are very important links. Expats.cz, jobs.cz, I already mentioned. IC Praha, Integrační Centrum Praha, which I mentioned. This particular link actually leads you to the HR events that they are, probably continuously organizing. And I want to talk about one more organization called immigrate.cz. This comes from a friend of mine, Christina. She is really good at blogging about different issues related to employment, like, employee card, how to get free access to Czech labor market, how to secure a blue card if your salary has increased, and things related to that. So immigrate.cz also becomes very handy in terms of understanding those different points. And yes, I think that was pretty much from my side. Hope it was quite informative.